Yo, hey, what's up guys? It's November 16th, 2014, and I want to go ahead and show you the last pickups that I've done in the past 3 weeks. Now, if you haven't seen my first video, I'll leave a little link here. Check out kind of the first round of pickups that I've done, and this is kind of the part 2, the second draft, if you want to say, the last amount of pickups. Now, I did pick up something really cool yesterday, which I'm going to show at the very end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But for the beginning of this video, I want to go ahead and show off this puppy right here. Now, I know a lot of you already know what this is. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 252. Where it pretty much identifies the black, or the first appearance of the black costume Spider-Man, right? Now this is shortly after this one right here, the Secret Wars number 8, where it was actually the first appearance of the black costume, but it wasn't a Spider-Man title, like this one right here. So the reason why I picked it up, of course, number one, it is a key issue. Number two is just the cover. I really enjoy the cover, especially the colors itself. The orange, the blacks, the blues, the purples, everything just blends and goes really nicely. Especially if you have it in a comic book Mylar bag, everything just pops. We all know what Mylar does, you know, it makes it look more prettier, if you want to say that, but it just makes it really nice. So this is the only comic book that or at least the last comic book that I've picked up in the last 3 weeks. So I'm due to pick up some more here shortly. Anyways, I picked that up, really nice. I recommend if you don't have it. If you're getting into Spider-Man, that's something you need to pick up also. The next thing, guys, I want to show you, I don't believe I've shown these, but I've been picking up these Nintendo NES cases. So pretty much what they are just a case meant for Nintendo NES cartridges. Now, I've been debating whether or not to get these or to go ahead and spend the extra money to get the original NES boxes. But to be honest with you guys, money really isn't the concern. It's more like how I want to display these games, okay? Now, number one, I do want to play these. I'm not buying the games just to put them on a shelf. I want to continuously play them. And I'm only buying NES games that I remember playing and that I enjoyed playing when I was young. Contra was one of them. Now, I did buy Contra a while ago, which I'm not going to really do a review on. I think I've talked about it before in my other videos. But being the fact that Contra is a really, one of the games that I really enjoy playing, I wanted to get at least some type of protection from dust and dirt and hair, because we all know that can clog, of course, the game cartridge, or at least the board. If this gets dirty or smudged, it can then eventually, you know, mess up your Nintendo NES. So I want to keep this as clean and dust free as possible. So that was my main reason for buying these. You can pick these up off of eBay. If you do a quick search for NES cartridge or NES custom cartridge, these will pop up. And they're pretty expensive. I would say about $8 to $10 per case. And again, they're not meant for everyone. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, man, that's too expensive. But I agree, but the thing is, I just didn't want to leave my cartridges pretty much just hanging there, or at least getting full of dust or dirt. I wanted to something at least protect them, because these are expensive cartridges. The Contra can go for about maybe 30 or 40. I do have the first Mega Man. I don't know if I've shown this off in a video. The first Mega Man with the original manual in really nice shape. The Mega Man, again, is also in really nice shape. That's about $80 to maybe $70 to $90 just for the game and the cartridge. It can be expensive. And then, of course, Ghosts and Goblins. It's another highly desirable game. Really hard, really difficult. But again, you probably pick this up complete maybe for 30 bucks, 40 bucks, depending on, I guess, the season, if you want to say, or what's available out there on eBay. So again, these aren't your average $1, $2 cartridges. These are the more expensive ones, and again, I want to at least preserve them and make them enjoyable, or at least playable for the future, right? Because who knows, I may end up selling these or keeping these, giving these off to my daughter if she ever gets into them. But I want to at least keep them nice and clean so they can be played in the future, and I figured this would be the best way to do it, right? There are other possibilities that I've done with collecting and buying games, and it's buying these Mylar, believe it or not, Mylar bags for your NES cartridges. They're just like your comic book Mylar bags, but they are sealable. They do have a resealable end right here, so you can open and close. And I was doing this for a while. I was buying and collecting Nintendo games and putting them in here, but the thing is though, this little sticky tape, this little, here we go, this little tab, the stickiness, if you want to say that's a word, would become less sticky. The adhesive would end up wearing out. So after a few times opening and closing, it was no longer sticking, so then I would have to use a whole new bag. And these bags can be picked up off eBay too. So if you want to do this, it's nice for storing. If you don't plan on playing these games, if you just want to collect them, I think I picked up 100 of these bags for maybe 10 bucks or 15 bucks. And these bags, guys, believe it or not, if you're into vintage He-Man, those little mini comic books, these bags fit perfectly for those mini He-Man comic books. Just saying. So yeah, that's what I've picked up, and that's pretty much what I've wanted to show you guys. So there's that. Moving on, I picked this up for my daughter. It's barely vintage, okay? It's barely at that point. My daughter, her favorite movie is, of course, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. I actually remember seeing this movie in the theaters when it came out, and it was really good. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. And when my daughter started watching this, I think she saw this movie maybe about 5 years ago. She loved it. She always wants to see it. So I found this at my local collector's marketplace, and it was a pretty penny. I believe there was one on eBay selling for about 50 bucks. And they are kind of rare. It is a Disney Studio collection. It displays 4 of the characters that are in the movie. There's Jack, of course. There's the Boogeyman. Can't really see him that well. Sorry guys for my lighting. I don't know his name, and I don't remember her name. But this is how it came with. It came in the box. They are tied with zip ties, as you can tell. And I'm pretty sure my daughter's gonna open this. I believe I paid about 50 or 60 bucks for it. She probably just wants to, you know, just stand them around her computer or her desk in her room. So I'm gonna be doing that. But yeah, I figured she would like this, being the fact that it's her favorite movie, and she doesn't have any of these toys, so I think she'll like this. And the next thing I bought my daughter, which you'll see, is this right here. Nothing vintage, but we did see this movie, Book of Life, and we actually really enjoyed it. We really did enjoy this movie. So I picked up this character, La Muerte. La Muerte. What that means is it's the death. La, it's kind of, no, it means, it's La Muerte. No. Her name is La Muerte. And what that means is it's a feminine, muerte of course means death or dead. But of course la is a feminine term, so it's kind of giving like a female death, like the death, but it's more oriented towards a girl. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, she really enjoyed this movie, so I figured, you know what? I'll pick this one up, and if she likes it, I'll end up eventually getting her all the characters. And the reason why I got her these, because she did a really good job in school. She took a few days off for kind of personal reasons, and she had to make up like 3 days worth of work plus her normal homework. So pretty much she had to do 5 days worth of homework in 2 days. So she was up late, poor thing, and I felt really bad, but she pulled through. She did it all, so I'm really happy and proud of her, and I told her I'd get her a surprise. So I got her this, and she's slowly collecting more oriented stuff towards, you know, like I would say, you know, Disney and, you know, cartoon characters, cartoon movies. So I'm pretty sure she'll like this. Moving on. And here are these figures, guys. Now, I know I've shown these Rambo figures in previous videos. The only reason why I'm showing these off today is because I finally was able to complete my Black Dragon. I was missing the Ninja Star, which is right here. I was missing that Ninja Star and his little knife, his blade. There was this guy on Facebook on one of the vintage forums, and he was pretty much advertising a bunch of weapons, a bunch of Rambo, Ninja Turtle weapons for sale as one giant lot. And I saw those two things that I needed. I'm like, hey man, I really need those. The thing is, I cannot find them anywhere separately. I've been watching eBay for, like 6-7 months now, and the only way they come up is either individually in a little set with, miscellaneous figures, or they'll be with another Black Dragon, not complete of course. And I didn't want to buy another Black Dragon for 30-40 bucks, right? And even though it's not complete, just for that ninja star or the knife. So I've been waiting and waiting until I found this guy on Facebook, and I made an offer just for those two accessories, and he took it. He's like, yeah, okay, no problem. So I finally have a complete white dragon and a black dragon. So I'm glad I actually was able to complete both those figures. The only reason why I have Snake Eyes here, guys, is because it's like a ninja standoff. The white and black dragon versus Snake Eyes from the G.I. Joe line and Ninjor from the He-Man line. That would actually be a really cool showdown right there, wouldn't it? And the reason why I have Ninjor here is because that's another one that I picked up just recently. Ninjor is complete. He is from the He-Man line and in really, really nice shape. It's hard to find one with the mask here not all cut up, or this, the little mask area where it's cut. Sometimes it's even cut further or it's torn. So it's really rare to find one like that. And then plus having his original nunchucks, his bow and arrow, and his sword there. Yeah, it's in really nice shape. I'm actually glad I picked this up. Picked them up pretty affordable too. I've seen these go on eBay from between 50 and 60 bucks, and I actually paid less than that, of course. So yeah, that's it. So let me show you the last thing that I picked up yesterday, which is pretty cool. Picked up this Indiana Jones 1981 12-inch action figure. Now he is complete 100%. However, it's unfortunate that he's not sealed. He's mint in box, he's just not sealed. On the very bottom there is a tape, of course, that's been opened, that's been attached. And I did see it, I did realize this when I purchased the action figure. And believe it or not, it did have a really high expensive price tag. And when I did a quick search, I knew I can get it cheaper. The only thing is though, I'm very picky when it comes to, if it's a reproduction part, like say if his jacket or something on him is a reproduction, or if something's missing inside. It's really hard to tell, especially when I'm very picky, let's put it that way. And when I'm spending the amount of money that I spent on this, I wanted to make sure that it was complete and authentic. And by looking at it, taking a look, I'm like, okay, well, it's not sealed, but I noticed that everything is there. His jacket's authentic, his little belt, his gun holster's authentic, and I did see his whip behind him. So I'm like, all right, I'll pay the extra. It was kind of not a new vendor, but someone I haven't really purchased things from a whole lot. So I figured, you know what, I'll spend the extra money kind of just getting a good relationship with him, and hopefully the next thing I buy, he's going to hook me up with a bigger discount. So I picked this up, and it's in really, really nice shape, guys. I really do enjoy it. It does have a few little nicks here. There's one there, there's one there, and of course the top is sealed. And this is where I was mentioning where it was opened. There's that. So hopefully the lighting can give it at least somewhat justice. But I really do enjoy this Indiana Jones figure. We all know that Indiana Jones, there's already been talk for the next movies coming out, but he's not going to be starring in it. They're kind of doing a reboot with a different main character, which sucks. There's also a rumor that the next Star Wars movie that comes out, that will be Harrison Ford's last Star Wars movie. Kind of, he's going to be giving the ring, or he's going to be giving the job to at least, not another actor, but kind of handing down the responsibilities. Who knows what it is, but what I remember hearing is that it's going to be his last Star Wars movie. So I'm figuring, you know what, the guy's getting old, he's going to be, dying. So I figured, you know what, these are going to go up in value, so I better get one now because I don't want to be paying later $600-700 for this. So again, guys, this is what I picked up yesterday. I'm happy with it. going to add it to my collection. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up, let me know. Until then, guys, thanks for watching, and peace. Woo! Ninjor.